Greetings, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode. We are talking about a disease, a chronic illness that causes bones to become less dense, weaker, and more likely to break. Healthy bone is constantly being broken down, but is rebuilt. With this particular illness, this chronic illness, it is called osteoporosis. The body loses bone faster than it can replace it, leaving bones fragile over time. Common fracture sites include the hip, the spine, and the wrist. And there are many people experiencing this with no warning signs until they suffer a fracture. I'm Shirley Farrar, and today we are discussing how to tackle or even overcome osteoporosis. We all need support. Welcome to the space. So first of all, how common is it? Well, research shows us that approximately 1 in 3 women over age 50 and 1 in 5 men over age 50 will experience an osteoporosis-related fracture during their lifetime. Although osteoporosis is often associated with women after menopause because of the declining estrogen levels, men are also at significant risk, especially as they age or even if they have low testosterone, they smoke or drink excessive alcohol. How about those that take long-term steroid medications or have certain chronic illness? We've been talking about the chronic illness. So how does osteoporosis develop? Our bodies reach peak bone mass by our early adult years. And as we age, bone loss gradually exceeds new bone formation. So what are the risk factors? Aging, family history, menopause, low calcium intake, vitamin D deficiency, smoking, excessive alcohol, and physical inactivity. Do you know that long-term corticosteroid use, human-made drugs that copy natural cortisol to lower body swelling, redness, and calm an overactive immune system? Well, common conditions treated include asthma, rashes, and arthritis. The encouraging news is that while aging cannot be stopped, many risk factors can be addressed through healthy lifestyle choices and appropriate medical care. I know many of you are thinking, can osteoporosis be prevented? Although not every case can be prevented, you can greatly reduce your risk. Some of the foods that you can eat that have plenty of calcium, vitamin D, protein, and magnesium. If you're thinking about what foods can I eat that have high magnesiums? Well, seeds and nuts. So that could be pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, almonds, and cashews. Greens and vegetables. So you may eat spinach, dark leafy greens, avocado, which you're going to get healthy fats and fiber. You could eat beans and grains, right? Black beans, brown rice, and quinoa. I'll make sure I say it right. Also, there's some wonderful treats and fruits, dark chocolate, as well as bananas. So make sure you're eating those dark leafy greens, low-fat dairy products, salmon, sardines, yogurt, and fortified foods. Some healthy habits that you might want to consider are not smoking, limit alcohol, and stay physically active. Maintain a healthy weight. Get recommended bone density screenings if you're at higher risk. According to the CDC, regular physical activity improves bone health, muscle strength, balance, and helps reduce the risk of falls and fractures. My son and I were talking recently, and he encouraged me. He said, Mom, spend some time during the week making sure you're doing your balance exercises. So I am making an effort this month to implement that in my exercise. Some exercises that do strengthen bones are out there, and they are walking, stair climbing. I've started to do this, the stair climbing, and it is hard. So start small, start a minute, 2 minutes, then go into 5 minutes and so forth. You know, exercise is one of the best non-medication tools for maintaining bone strength. So make sure if you're able to dance, right? You know, resistance training with light weights or resistance bands. Those are always wonderful. And Tai Chi. You've been hearing a lot about Tai Chi. And from what I'm hearing, the research says it is a wonderful exercise. And balance exercises, as I was saying earlier. And then sit to stand exercises, of course, because everyone can't do what someone else is doing, whatever was working for you. Weight bearing and resistant exercises encourage bones to stay strong by stimulating bone remodeling. You know, balance training also reduces the risk of falls. If you already have osteoporosis, consult your healthcare provider or physical therapist. Absolutely. Before starting a new exercise routine, and avoid movements that put excessive strain on the spine. There's a biblical lesson that I want to share with you. It's about dry bones, right? Dry bones can live again. Absolutely. And one of the most encouraging stories in the Bible is Ezekiel 37, 1 to 14. The prophet Ezekiel saw a valley full of dry bones. And God asked him, Son of man, can these bones live again? Right? From a human perspective, the answer seemed impossible. We would say, absolutely not. But when we walk in faith, and if you're a faith-based person, you understand, you choose to believe that God can do anything. So in the scripture, God did just that, right? So God instructed Ezekiel to speak his word over the bones. Now I want you to hear that. God instructed Ezekiel to speak God's words over the bones, not his words. And the dry bones came together. See, if we speak what we think, we're always going to gravitate to the negative. But when we have faith in God, we always are positive. We have trust in the Lord. So those bones received flesh, breath entered them, and they stood as a great army. The vision reminds us that God specializes in bringing hope where people see weakness. And yes, it was a vision, but I want you to know that this is what God encourages us to speak unto the mountains, speak to ourselves that you can do anything. And if you're going through a chronic disease, speak life to yourself. I know this is what I'm going through right now, but I believe God. I believe that I'm not going to be in the same situation later. I believe that this chronic illness is not going to be a part of my life forever. Speak life. Choose life, not death. No matter what the circumstances, whether your bones are physically fragile or your spirit feels weary, God is still the God who restores. Your diagnosis is not greater than God's presence. And you know, living with osteoporosis can feel isolating, but you don't have to face it alone. Find support. Your primary care provider, an endocrinologist or rheumatologist, and as I stated earlier, a physical therapist. I have one in my family. We're so blessed. Community wellness programs, senior centers offering balance and strength classes. You don't have to live in a senior center to participate. If you are a senior, you can always go over and visit friends and be a part of their class. At the same time, you're providing them support. Local YMCAs and fitness centers with bone health programs, right? Church health ministries, caregiver and support groups. And healing isn't only physical, it also comes through encouragement. Like this podcast, comes through education. It comes through your community. As Galatians 6:2 reminds us, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. As we conclude today's episode, I want you to remember, strong bones begin with healthy habits. Strong lives begin with unwavering faith. Take care of your body by eating nourishing foods. Move your body regularly. Even if you're sitting in a chair, move. Attend your medical appointments. Follow your healthcare provider's recommendations. And most importantly, keep your heart anchored in God's promises. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." Even if your bones feel weak, your faith can remain strong. Even if your body changes, God's promises never change. Thank you for listening this evening. And until next time, remember your greatest strength is found not only in healthy bones, but in heart that trusts the Lord. Stay encouraged, stay active, and keep walking by faith. I'm Shirley Farrar, and this has been Encouragement on Fire. I'll talk to you soon.